number 2 of the Winter Invitational Tournament. Jake Kelton with Wraith casting these amazing games. I'm super excited for this game, not only to see these two powerhouses go against each other, but also to see how they do going into the finals. I gotta know who's taking on Bar when it comes to the finals. For this game, on the blue side, we've got Risen Esports with TJ in the top lane, Skateboard Dog taking in the jungle. We've got Margarine once again in the mid lane, Itchy Rat on the AD carry, and Hertzanez taking the supportive role for Risen Esports.
And for Dumbledore's army, we've got Nuez in the top lane, Rifle Scout taking jungle, Lord Reeves in the mid lane, Cheapo in the bottom lane ADC role, and Flyer 666 rounding it out in the supportive role.
Actually, before we go any further, I'm going to restart. I forgot to do this while we were listening to the music. I'm going to restart Discord very quickly because we had last game people saying that your mic was a little bit off. So let me restart Discord. We're going to be right back, and then we're going to get under game. Thank you guys for holding while I deal with this minor technical issue. And we should be able to get right back without any worries. And then we'll start up semifinals game number 2. And look at that, we're right back. And I don't know if that'll fix all of the issues, but hopefully it will help out at least a little bit. Thank you, though, to Corey OSRS for the follow. Appreciate that. Welcome to XLNC Shoutcasting. I think we're ready to get under game. So let's start it up. Number 2 of the semifinals, and after this, we'll be moving into a best of 3 finals between the top 2 best of the tournament teams. So excited to see who it is.
Yeah, definitely. I would like to see a smackdown between Dumbledore's army and Bar, but Risen Esports did give us a little bit of a run, or give them a little bit of a run for their money in the first round. Looking at those highlights real quick, so let's check out these picks and bans. Surprise, taking the Anivia off the table, of course, and that's going to be Galio, Akali, and Cassiopeia taken away as well. Those are some of Reeves' favorite, the Anivia in particular. Oh, but the Malphite taken off the table. Not a champion that we're used to seeing. However, I'm sure these bans were well researched.
Yes. One of those things that you could be sure all these teams did is keep an eye on what the enemy champion was playing, both in the games on Friday night, where we had some of the seeding games where you got to get a feel for what the enemy team was going to be picking and playing, as well as during the solo queue. I know that yesterday a couple of the team members were grinding games, really wanting to put on their best performance this time in the tournament. As Skateboard Dog once again on the Gragas, I'm liking the look of that. He did so well in the first game of the night, coming in with multiple ganks in the mid lane, as we get a bunch of excitement from the chat as Rifle Scout grabs his Elise, obviously something that he's comfortable playing, so I'm really excited to see these two junglers go head to head.
Definitely. The Aurelia has been picked up, as was previously said, and that Aurelia is probably the strongest champion in the game right now. Definitely one of them, and left open, not taken away. It's going to be interesting to see what Reeves decides to put into this mid lane. Zoe banned away, even though the Aurelia is probably going to be going to that mid lane. Of course, these are pre-programmed bans anyway, so...
Yeah, so it's not real, that's why they're going a little bit faster, it's the pro draft stuff, but at the same time, we still get to see what these teams were prioritizing, and you can see that with those bans on the Malzahar, we're still taking out some of Lord Reeves' champions in that mid lane, as Nami and Lucian, we just saw last game, the powerhouse that those two could be when it came to the bottom lane, and here they are again, different teams, same champions, gonna be taking on Akaisa and Braum when it comes to that bottom lane. A little bit different. Last time we saw an Ezreal played. This time around, Kai'Sa a little bit stronger when it comes to the late game.
Yeah, and is it actually? No, Reeves is looking like he's going to be support? What?
I don't think so. He's talking in chat that he was going to be playing LeBlanc. I feel like that's going to be traded over with Flyer 666. I think that maybe it's a we'll see. I don't know. I don't want to go too far into it. Kled versus Singed. We finally see something other than a Scion versus a Urgot in the top lane. We've got Engage from the side of Kled, as well as a split pushing monster that is Nuez on the Singed. I think he's played that before on the stream as well and made a very fun show of it. Both of them taking teleports as well. So we'll see how much TJ wants to try to fight Singed versus actually playing the split pushing game, as we may actually see Reeves going with Braum support because he did not trade up. Okay, interesting choice, unless it's Echo support. New meta, guys. Echo support, Braum in the mid lane. Let's go. Nong Nong did it. Lord Reeves wants to try it.
No.
Hey, Nong Nong made it look good. Attack speed, AD Braum, Nong Nong decimated that game. Don't argue.
Yes. Of course, there was no tournament on the line here. If Reeves decides to take it mid, I will be very confused, but then I'll just shrug and see if I can analyze the possible advantages it might possibly have into a freaking Aurelia. That way, when she's punching you in the face really fast, she's in melee range. And then you can proc your stun to make it easier to run away before she kills you.
All right, as it is, though, we still have some strong champions coming out of both sides. I got to give some credit over, though, to Risen Esports. Them showing off that Nami Lucian in the bottom lane. We saw, as I said before, the last game, how strong that lane could be, oppressive, pushing in constantly, and then the Nami rotations, being able to use that ultimate to set up with potentially a Gragas. And you've got Aurelia, who can play a pretty decent front line, mostly because she can be moderately tanky, as well as has high mobility, dashing between champion or minions and all that sort of stuff, which allows for those spells being shot out by Dumbledore's army to just kind of whiff off to the side. The main thing that they miss, though, is a super tanky front line. Like, you're talking just hyper tank, whereas Dumbledore's army has that both in the Braum, and if they bring Singed to the fight, he can do that as well.
Yeah, the question is this going to be decided in the early game like all of the other games we've seen tonight? Tanks have a lot less impact when the game is going very short rather than long. When you have a hyper tank, it gets into the late game and they're just immortal, kind of like hyper carries when in the AD role. When the late game, it really matters. When they're in the early game, they're less impactful. So the team not having tanks should definitely look to capitalize in the early game, I think. Yeah. And I believe
so if you had to predict a team to win, which team would be it and why? I gave Risen Esports my thumbs up of approval, but if you had to select one, what would it be?
I mean, just looking at it, the jungle matchup I like in the favor of Dumbledore's army. Mid lane, and my screen went black while I was in the mid. Here we go. Okay, mid lane. I'm not sure about Echo versus Aurelia. I'd have to give that slightly Aurelia favored, probably more than slightly. Aurelia is just OP. Of course, Echo can toss out the stun on top of himself. I'd have to look at that more in depth. And then Singed versus Kled. Kled wins the duel, but Singed is never going to be dueling him, so it doesn't, like, that's kind of a non-event. And in the bottom lane, Kai'Sa wins late, Lucian wins early. So laning phase, I'd give to Risen. Late game, I'd give to Dumbledore's army.
So it's really important for Risen Esports not only to crush their lanes, but then snowball it when it comes to that mid-game. A lot of this could be based off of the Drakes as well. We've seen them be pretty impactful in the last 2 games. That Mountain Drake for Bar last game, allowing them to take 3 quick turrets and then snowball that gold into even greater leads. We'll see how the Drakes favor this time around. Obviously, if you're in the direction of Risen Esports and you want to snowball, an early Infernal Drake could be a major difference in trying to take a victory. And we'll see how Dumbledore's army wants to respond as well as we get into Game 2 of the semifinals of the XLNC Winter Invitational game. Thank you all for joining Risen Esports versus Dumbledore's army. If you've got a team that you want to support, shout it out in that Twitch chat as we welcome all of the players and you as viewers to this game. Of course, we've got that awesome singed skin as well. The Beekeeper singed is pretty hilarious to see.
Here's the surprise. Guess who's on the team and guess who's getting invaded?
Reeves is leading the charge down. We'll see how deep they decide to go. They're collecting in the river on this bottom side. Reeves, well known for his invades. He's just going to immediately walk forward, but it is seen out by Skateboard Dog, and so the invade is called off. Not much from the side of Dumbledore's army in the early game.
Yeah, but that's the most aggressive play we've had in the early game so far. So we'll give Reeves some brownie points, not actually refundable for real brownies, unfortunately. And hopefully we'll see some more action than just a Q thrown out by the Braum and then walk away. Yeah. Meanwhile, just standard starts, though. Elise is hovering toward the top side. Might be looking to take away the opposing blue buff, or is she just going to start red buff? Not quite certain about that. And yeah, she is going toward her own red buff. Might be trying some vertical jungling.
Ooh, okay. Braum Flash used in that bottom lane.
Right.
Pings from red team. I'm not sure why they weren't question mark pings, but you know what? If you're this side of Dumbledore's army and you're feeling that confident for a spell, why not? Not going to be a big deal. You still feel confident when it comes towards winning that game. Of course, we're going to have to rotate those 2 players around because Flyer66 taking over the mid lane role with this Echo. We'll see how he does into that Irelia. The main thing to keep an eye on is once you hit level 6, if the Irelia tries to use Vanguard's Edge, Echo could just ult out of it.
Yeah, certainly. And the early game trade going over to the Echo with both the Z-Drive Resonance and the Electrocute proccing at the same time. Definitely could get some early kills. Echo is very strong early game champion. At level 2 coming through very rapidly. Going to get the second.
Ooh! Margarine trying to get the kill, forces the flash out of the Echo. He's already back with very low health. We'll see if he decides to recall or just chugs those corrupting potions and sits waiting to get his health back. But good movement by Margarine, especially going aggressive, may have taken that Echo by surprise.
Yeah, Echo tried to go in for that early level 2. Thinking he had the advantage, but misjudged the XP. So in that case, he ended up with Aurelia hitting level 2 at the same time and getting that health and damage boost. He really should have waited for the level 3, and the flash being down, that's going to be a kill.
Skateboard Dog comes into the mid lane with a nice gank. The flash body slam, usually, unless you're Raylick apparently, is able to be enough to guarantee a kill. And this time around, Fly666 will be going down as first blood. Risen Esports, a little bit of a gold lead.
Risen, as they should, winning that early game. That's what we were expecting, and it looks like with the early game jungle pathing from this Gragas, as well as the fact that Aurelia is a totally busted champion that should have been banned out. Yeah, early game advantage over to Risen. Lord Reeves walking forward a little bit. And Elise lands the cocoon from the fog of war.
Rifle Scout leading the engage, and that's going to be Nami dropping with a beautiful engage from the jungle. Drops the cocoon, and that's a nice kill.
Yep, that's a counterbalancing kill. It did go over to the Elise, who will have the ability to move that around the map. Oh, and the return gank.
Wait, she's coming back bottom lane again. She's gonna have to move around the minions. Itchy Rat gonna force back. Oh, the cocoon still lands. The flash cocoon gonna be enough. However, Lucian flashed underneath the turret, so that's gonna cause the rest of the team to disengage as Flyer 666 ignited, burned down. Gonna be dropped in the mid lane as Margarine just walks right in. Will take a pretty hefty amount of damage, but does survive that ignite. Least though might try to make her punished for it as the corrupting potion's ticking away, but she's still low health.
Yeah, definitely. Elise in the mid lane, gonna respect the Aurelia's damage. Level 3 to level 5, doesn't want to take this fight, but the, no, definitely doesn't want to take that fight. I was gonna say, she's looking bold right there, but, you know, it's a game of numbers, and if 5 is greater than 3, so there's a lot more damage right there.
I do have to say that I love both junglers, hyper aggression, multiple ganks from both of them as a little bit of a toss back from the Scion on the top side. TJ, not terribly concerned, just goes right back to farming. But at least ganking twice on the bottom side then straight to mid means that she is behind this Gragas overall when it comes to levels and experience in the jungle. He's about 10 CS up. We'll see how this Gragas decides to respond as it looks like it's his turn to come to the bottom lane. We'll see if he can get a nice body slam down. Lord Reeves, the target. He's been hit back, knocked back. The stand beside me, not going to be enough. And Hertznez is the one who actually picks up the kill. Unfortunate, but still another kill for Risen Esports.
Yeah, that kill going over to the support is kind of a bailout for this bottom lane. The Elise in the top lane right now, so it's totally safe gank. Stun gonna come through real quick, so this could be a chance to get down some damage, but there is a substantial lead for Margarine, so definitely has the potential to turn around even a poor trade with the Phage just to the what? Dark Seal. Wow, there's really no items on this Echo.
Alright, we'll see what happens as Flyer 666 decides to go in, but that Aurelia level 6 gonna throw out the Vanguard's edge and gets the resets down. Echo's gonna be dropped now. Nuez teleporting in, but so is the Kled as well. Nuez flashing to safety, but will not be safety as he gets the throw back. The chase, the cinch, doesn't matter when you've got stuns, and Aurelia sits it up for TJ to take the kill.
Yeah, this is definitely spiraling out of control quickly. Rifle Scout just going to get this big Raptor back, keep it from all being stolen away calmly in the bottom lane. The Kais is farming up, hoping to be a late game impact. Bright Point, 56 CS to 49 in a matchup she should be losing. So that's possibly a bright point for Dumbledore's army, but they are very far behind at this moment in time. Risen Esports really making advantage of their picks. 3-0 on their mid laner, top laner picking up a kill as well as their support. Assists across the board with the exception of Kled and Nami, who stole away the kill. Yeah.
Yes, you know, but when your support's taking kills because you're just that confident that you're going to be able to win the game, not a big deal. Lucian still yet to pick up his first kill as Infernal Drake on the menu for both teams. Guys, as you are saying that there is apparently some issue with some sound delay, what I'm going to do between this game and the finals, which everyone wants to watch in all of its glory and splendor, is I will restart the stream. If it gets too terrible, I'll restart this game, but I'd like to not have to pause this game as Rifle Scout trying to get some fancy feet. Still not going to be able to do so. Perfect bubble from the Nami. Executes that spider, so she's going to be dropped down. Infernal Drake started by Risen Esports. We'll see if they can finish it, though, as Echo trying to come in to set up for Braum. Oh, looked like the Kaisa was going to try to seal it away, but not able to do so. And Infernal Drake goes to Risen Esports.
Yeah, and meanwhile in the top lane, TJ and Nuz just going back and forth. Wave clear, nothing really important happening up there because it's top lane, and very little important stuff happens in top lane.
Well, Cinch is going to try to start proxy farming. We'll see how successful he is at doing that. He has a CS lead against the Kled. The question is, how long can he keep that up?
Well, if he starts proxy farming indefinitely.
Oh, he's got some pretty good damage.
Yes!
Oh!
Yes!
Nuez with a fancy play on the Kled, who's going to start the ultimate, charging in. Nuez is so low underneath the turret, but I don't know if Kled can catch back up as Flyer66 getting so low in the mid lane. Once again, finds the stun. In the meantime, the Gragas ultimate at the top lane. Skateboard Dog comes in just to casket smash that Singe down. In the bottom lane, the engage from Dumbledore's army trying to get back. Rifle Scout coming in, has the red buff as well after picking up the Lucian. Decides not to go underneath the turret against the Nami. Margarine able to escape in that mid lane after Ezreal did practically no damage as he's still sitting on such few items.
Yeah, the Kai'Sa, you're getting a little bit of an advantage in the bottom lane, Rifle Scout picking up all these kills, but this turret gold is going to go a long way to helping them out. They're not going to be able to drop the whole thing. That takes an eternity with this new turret plating, but they should get 2 or maybe even 3 plates down. No, it's probably just going to be 2 and then back real quick.
Oh, Rifle Scout drops the Cocoon. The burst damage comes out, dropping it right to about half, and that's going to be the Kai'Sa following up with the Killer Instinct. Elise using the Repel to take off the turret aggro, but Bronzesword's the heal! No way! Scipio keeps his support alive, and Lord Reeves walks out, just barely able to make it out.
Yeah, and that is huge, taking down the Lucian right there. The second kill in a row. That's so much XP being denied. Flyer 666 probably
Skateboard Dog 105. He's got the crit onto Flyer 666. He decides not to continue as his ultimate was still on cooldown. Just a little bit of damage going to force Echo to recall back to the base.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. That his ultimate was down there because the Echo was dead to rights. No mana. Had the ultimate up, but it doesn't matter a whole ton when you're out of mana. Oh no!
Nuez in trouble. Flips the Irelia, avoids the stun as well. Tries to get the speed boost off of the Scuttle Crab that isn't even his own, and will be pulled back by the Bear Trap on the rope. We'll see if Nuez can get the escape though, as Skarl taking some decent damage from that poison. Nuez just walks his way back to the turret.
But the thing is while Kled is chasing the Singed around, he's losing CS to the turret. You see. That's why proxy farming's so effective when it's a 1v1 scenario, because they can't contest you or they lose CS.
Flyer 66 can't contest this Irelia in the bottom and mid lane as Nuez takes a huge chunk of damage. Can the Kled finally chasing the Singe? Will not be enough at the moment as the Repel going to get Elise out after a little bit of burst damage onto Margarine. Skateboard Dog coming in with the Predator, drops the cast, knocks Flyer 66 a little bit forward, but not enough. And Margarine decides not to go in at half health underneath the turret against 2. The flash cocoon from Elise going to miss as well.
Yeah, looking to get this shut down onto the Irelia in the mid lane, who is in such a powerful position. Going to take a turret shot, and she's getting kind of low. Rifle Scout looking around here, but Skateboard Dog is moving forward on this Gragas. Very good on this champion. Lord Reeves had roamed toward the mid lane, but is now back in this bottom lane to help his Kai'Sa out. It's going to be... Alright, we're back to the mid lane. Margarine, still low, but coming up a little bit faster. Flyer 666. Another visit from Skateboard Dog. Excuse me. Sorry.
Bless you.
Another visit in this mid lane from Skateboard Dog. Just hanging around, trying to keep this Irelia both from getting ganked and enable more aggression. Nuez going to do the pitch. Hold on, that might have been a misplay. Gonna run, but take tower shots. Gonna have to flash.
Oh, TJ flashes as well. The Bear Trap on the rope. Gonna pull back the Singe. He finally drops 3rd death this game around. However, keep in mind that he is 20 CS up. So even with that 3rd kill, Gled's still gonna have to sit in that top lane, clear up those minions, and maybe be able to take a plate off of this turret.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, with this minion wave, he probably could knock that, maybe 2 plates off with the, with that advanced damage right there. Gonna get 2 plates and probably just back would be the best idea for him. Take what you can get here. But if he decides there's nobody coming up, Elise is in the bottom lane, he could probably take, no, he's gonna back off. Smart move, doesn't know where the jungler is.
All right, second Infernal Drake on the map. Risen Esports collecting in that direction. They got to win the fight in the bottom lane. The Rifle Scout goes in, looking for the engage onto HG Rat. The Cocoon misses. Lucian getting so low. Perfect ultimate from the Braum. Guarantees the AD carry for Risen Esports is down. The rest of the team engaging. Double teleports being used as Nuez goes onto the Gragas, trying to drop him. The ultimate from Kaisa just to get her out to safety. Margarine is cleaning up the fight. Finishes off the Singed as well. Flyer 66 sitting off to the side, seeing if there's anything that he can do. It's a 4 versus 3 at the moment. The Infernal Drake is still on the menu as Skateboard Dog is gonna have to get out of the fight at the moment. The stun comes through on a Flyer 66. He ults backwards. No chance to jump onto the Gragas. He's gonna jump over the wall, but at the same time, Margarine flashes forward to finish him off. He's hanging out 1v2ing. Gonna take out the Braum as well, as that Braum has no damage. The rest of the team slow to join. The Kaisa is still on that bottom side. They decide not to go for her, instead to focus on the Infernal, which I believe is the right response.
Definitely the correct choice there. Cheapo gonna try and do the best that he can, push in the wave, and then, yeah.
Rifle Scout gonna see if he can clean anything up, but there's still 4 members here. Cocoon just gonna pop Scarl, and that means that the Kled lives as he actually picks up the kill, and now HG Rat gonna come behind Cheapio and pick up another kill for himself. 2, 3, and 1. The Lucian line after so much focus in the bottom lane, but look at the kills. 14-4. It's a 4,000 gold lead.
With 2 Infernal Drakes, and I think this is pretty much going to be all she wrote. It's getting to that point of snowball where it's going to be really hard to come back. You've got a 6-0 Aurelia, who is the most unbalanced champion in the game right now. When she gets ahead, there's really just no way to shut her down without point and click CC. Oh, okay.
That charge, when you gotta kill minions, you gotta kill minions. Like Duracell, you gotta charge.
Wow.
As Echo in this mid lane, struggling all game long. 30 CS down, gonna dash forward, try to go on Irelia, but he's got no damage to speak of. He might be seeing another gray screen. Skateboard Dog comes over the wall with a nice body slam. Nuez is out. TJ 4-0-3 on a rampage.
Yeah, but Singed is getting to the point where he's not worth killing anymore. Going to be worth like 100 gold and I think 1 more death. So at that point, he's applying pressure for really no cost.
Well, I can see another problem with Singed in this type of meta with those turret plates. He's gotten so many of those turret plates down. However, wasn't there to actually pick up the gold from it. You have to be within the presence of that turret plate when it goes down to actually get the gold. As Echo going to be stunned up in the mid lane. Margarine cleans him up. I've been seeing all of the chat puns coming out about buttery smooth plays. Echo, or this Elise definitely making... That's Elise.
He's certainly...
Goodness, I saw Elise on the map.
He's certainly playing better than last time.
Oh, we got some Wraith puns coming out as well. 16 kills to 4. Dumbledore's army unsuccessful at picking up a 5th kill of the game within the last, I don't know, 10 minutes at this point. A Skateboard Dog
and
looking to make it 17-4.
No,
the race not going to last very long when a fat man slams you from the back. Nuez going to be dropped by another nice barrel. Killing spree for the Gragas. Rift Herald, I believe, did disappear into the hands of that Gragas, so they have another thing they can drop somewhere. As we see it engage in the mid lane. Margarine maybe being able to outplay 3 people. We'll see. Kaisa comes in with the ultimate. Margarine gonna get stunned up. Does finally get dropped. Triple man disarmed. Triple man Gragas explosion. What is that? Skateboard Dog makes them pay.
My mouth is literally hanging open right now.
Nami Bubble to secure another kill as Flyer 666 ults backwards, seeing if he can do anything. Ignite ticking away. He's gone. Skateboard Dog is godlike after that mid lane play. What a monster on this champion.
And that's all she wrote, boys. Skateboard Dog in such a powerful position. They got the shutdown. Oh, the forward.
He's able to get the flip onto the Gragas, break the creation of that Rift Herald. No spawn for you, he says. Despite that, though, they're still probably going to be able to burn down this mid lane turret. Kaisa and Braum showing up to try to defend. Maybe that's enough to actually cause Risen Esports to back off from that, as Rifle Scout off to this side, trying to get the kill onto the Gragas, get that tasty shutdown gold, sitting at 1,000 at the moment, but unable to do so.
Yeah. Wow. I'm still just still going nuts. Hold on, we've got more aggression.
Yeah, Kled gonna charge right on in. He tries to get the bear trap on the rope on Brum. That's the tanky member. He's underneath the turret. There's 3. He's waiting for Skarl to be pops, and now he is able to still hang around. He needs to build back up that courage as Flyer 666 trying to clear the mid wave. They're able to do so and defend the second tier mid lane. Good defense though by Dumbledore's army.
Yeah, good defense. They only lost like 6 members over the course of that whole thing. But didn't bleed out too many objectives. As I was saying, my mouth is still just hanging open from that Gragas play. Flash body slam into Q ultimate. That was some highlight reel plays. Margarine might be caught out here.
That might even be the tournament play of the night as Margarine gonna get shut down a little bit too deep without enough vision. And no Gragas to show up and get a quadra kill.
Yeah, and it's plays like those that need to happen. Vision control is the name of the game here if you're on Dumbledore's army. You've got to have control of your jungle, and then...
Oh, wait, here comes the Gragas! He's going to take out the Elise. We'll see if he can get anything else. It's just immediately backed off. He might look to go back in once Body Slam is off of cooldown. The Kaisa recalling one barrel would finish her off, but she's allowed to leave as the Windrake is actually the target for the side of Risen Esports. So they're going to start that and pick it up.
Yeah. You remember what I said about League being a game of numbers and how the person with more numbers usually win? Well, you just saw a 4v1 where Gragas comes out with all the kills. Wow. Okay. Gragas, I can't tell if Gragas is unbalanced or if, like, Skateboard Dog is unbalanced.
It might be the Skateboard Dog himself is a little unbalanced. He definitely likes his aggression, but you can tell, though, that he is still fairly efficient with it because he goes in, gets the body slam onto 4 members, drops the ultimate, CCing all of them long enough for him to get the kill as he's going to go in for 2 more kills, body slams 2, really chase him over the wall, drops the ultimate, it's going to knock him back, but the charge from Kled sends him backwards. He's trying to chase down onto Nuez, Rifle Scout going to die on the far side, Braum attempting to recall underneath the turret, but Itchy Rat is able to shut down that Elise, and now Nuez the next target as Margarine is coming in. It's a 5v4 underneath the top lane second tier turret, 5v3. Echo's clone is giving me a little bit of a misplay on the number of champions there. Picks up the kill though. Risen Esports 26-6 turn onto the Baron.
Yep, and this is pretty much guaranteed with no jungle presence on the map. It'd have to be a miracle steal from Kaisa here. Or Echo, but I think the miracle steal from Kaisa is more likely. Never mind.
Oh, it's going to be the Braum ultimate. I've managed to do it one time in my entire League of Legends career. He can do it. The Glacial Fissure gonna steal the Baron. I'm feeling it as Margaret gonna be the target. So Lord Reese is gonna move way away from the Baron. He gets the stun onto the Irelia. Baron confirmed and grabbed by Risen Esports, and Irelia able to get out just with a touch of help. Skateboard eliminates the Echo. However, Elise gets a massive 1,000 gold shutdown as she's able to clean him up.
Yep, that's finally shutting down the Gragas, who still has a $700 bounty on his head after that. God, you're so fed. Hold on, Lord Reeves might go down here, but no. TJ decides to back off real quick. Does land a second bear trap on a rope.
Oh, double bubble. Okay, they're just causing Dumbledore's army to leave this mid lane turret alone. Keep in mind, Dumbledore's army hasn't picked up a single turret this game. They've gotten 7 kills and 0 turrets. 10,000 gold behind at the 22-minute mark.
Yeah, they're pretty far behind, Jake. It's gonna be difficult, if not impossible, to mount a comeback into this Baron up push. I'm pretty sure this is over, barring some miraculous throw, a DC.
Barring.
Yep. Barring some miraculous throw, either a DC or maybe 2 DCs. I'm not seeing Dumbledore's army coming back from this one. If they could make maybe 3 or 4 picks in their jungle, I was going to say get Baron, but Baron's already been taken. I don't really see much of a way for them to come back.
Top lane second tier turret has fallen as the push continues from 3-3. It's a 3-1-1 for the side of Risen Esports, splitting all over the map. Gragas able to solo his own turret in that bottom lane. No shocker, as Gragas has been... Oh, he tries to make the play onto Elise, but the body slam flash just a little bit too short. Itchy Rat trying to get some good damage down on the fly. 66 gets thrown back and immediately jumps himself to the side. Program Nami setting up for the rest of the team. The calling comes through. Lord Reeves getting a 3-man knock with the Glacial Fissure, but there's no damage to follow up. Margarine trying to get the sun reset, just jumps off of the minions. Fly 6666 gonna have to back and stay underneath the Nexus turrets. He still steps forward aggressively, finds the sun onto the Aurelia. She doesn't seem to care though. Cleans up the minions, heads towards the top lane inhibitor turret. They're gonna clear that and the inhibitor, and this might be the end of the game.
Yeah, this probably should be the end of the game. It's 5 versus, what, 1 right now, at least in the Nexus turret, probably 2.
Go for the ace, go for the ace, go for the ace! Take out one Nexus turret. They decide to play it safe, back away, focus on the mid lane inhibitor turret, taking that one out. Don't even go for the inhibitor itself because there is a Infernal Drake available in just a moment, 30 seconds, and that will be the 3rd Infernal Drake for the side of Risen Esports. They want the stats to look good going into the finals.
Yeah. Padding the stats, going back, getting the maximum amount of stuff that they can shove into their inventories. And it's another break coming up in 10 seconds. Rifle Scout gonna hang around here, try and maybe pull off a miracle, but this is just gonna be the end of the game. He's gonna get caught, and he's gonna die. Yeah.
Colette, he's got a pretty good Scarl shield. That Cowardly Lizard is going to keep him alive long enough for Braum to go down. Itchy Rat picking up a killing spree. Ooh, nice flash from Rifle Scout. Avoids the ultimate from Gragas. However, he's going to have to repel to get to the minions. No, does not have that. And Lucian picks up a double kill. Go for the Infernal Drake. Why? When we can just clear all of the enemy champions off of the map. Just jump right into that inhibitor in the mid lane. Pick that up. There is only one Nexus turret between them and the final. So they go in. Nami ultimate gonna hit all 3 members, keeping them off the fountain. Singe goes down again. Push them into the fountain. Take the Nexus turret. Take the Nexus itself. Risen Esports going to face Bar in the finals.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, I think we have a grudge match on our hands. Bar versus Risen Esports. Wow. Just an incredible game that we saw right there. We've seen a lot of these players play on stream. Lord Reeves and Nuz are not pushovers. Rifle Scout is not a pushover for that matter. And they just got decimated. So this is definitely a high-powered team that we're going to be seeing moving into the next phase. This is going to be a great final, hopefully.
I feel like Skateboard Dog is not going to be allowed to play Gragas. I'm not positive, but I have a strong feeling that after 2 amazing showings with that champion, if there isn't a ban versus that Gragas, Bar must truly feel confident when going into the finals.
Yep, I definitely think so. Let's see who needs a shout out for this. Skateboard Dog and Margarine definitely going to be the alphas in this game. They got everything rolling. I mean, Itchy Rat and TJ did very Hernandez. That's a good pun. I like that. Hernandez did a really good job in their own right, but it was the mid and the jungle duo who just ran away with everything. I got to give Rifle Scout credit for his map movement. He did end up dying a ton, but he tried a lot to get stuff done. So that's going to probably be all the shout outs that you need right there.
All right, guys, we're getting ready to go into our best of 3 finals. All the other games were best of 1s. The greatest thing about these 2 teams when going into the finals is there is a first place and second place prize for these teams. So even if you only take second place, you do get a little something back. That said, you want the victory. You want to come out in the top. You want to be named the Winter Invitational Tournament champions, especially as long as Excellence League continues to just grow, we're going to be going insanely if we have a 2019 Winter Invitational. Maybe we'll be able to get these teams back to play again. We'll see if Bar can, whoever it is that wins, but Bar or Risen Esports makes into the finals of the 2019 Winter Invitational, if we get that far. I don't want to jump too far ahead, but my head is just reeling at this moment because, and I'm going to talk for just a hair longer, one of the great things about doing tournaments like this is you really start to get a history with these